everybody, it's Neil from Biz Audio, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create and manage my playlists. So let's get on with it. Here is the home screen on the desktop, and just to remind you, my playlists are custom playlists. They're your playlists that you create from scratch, or you can take one of our Biz Audio playlists and you can create your version of that, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate in this tutorial. Now, slightly perversely, the first thing I'm going to show you what to do is how to delete a My Playlist. So here are two My Playlists that I created earlier, Blue Peter Fashion, and you'll see there are two icons adjacent to those My Playlists. Whoops, accidentally clicked on one. And one of those is the pencil, which is the edit icon, and the other is the bin. So let's first bin, yes, delete one of those. And the other one, I'll just quickly show you what the pencil is before I also delete that. So this edit function opens a window that allows you to change the title or update or edit the title and the description and the artwork. It's pretty much used just for that. It's true that you can search for tracks from this drop-down menu, and you can add those tracks to your playlist. But that's not generally how we're going to recommend that you create your My Playlist. So this is purely for updating those fields in relation to your My Playlist. I'm going to delete this one as well. And the reason I'm doing that is because when you first become a subscriber or a trial user of Biz Audio, you won't have any My Playlists. In fact, you won't have any favorites either. So on the home page, let's just refresh, and you'll see that no playlists found because I don't have any My Playlists. So this is kind of authentic. This is new customer. Let's create our first My Playlist. So we click on the plus icon, and this window appears, and it tells you that you can do one of two things in this window. You can make a copy of a sector playlist and edit it to create your custom version, or create a My Playlist from scratch. So it's just those two options. Let's take the first one. If there are Biz Audio playlists that you like, but you would either like to remove tracks from and or add tracks to create your edit, your version of it, this is how you do it. You click on the drop down, you find your playlist. Let's pick Chill Family Pop, and we create a copy, and immediately what's happened in the database is that a playlist has been created called Chill Family Pop Copy that relates just to you, no other users, and it's just copied in the standard description that was there before, and we've got a default artwork that you can change. So I'm going to change that to Girl on a Swing artwork. Now, a couple of tips here, and this is general tips for My Playlists. I'm going to call this, Neil's Edit. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put today's date on there. The idea being that every time I edit this playlist, I'm going to update the date to today's date. So there we go, 28th, 10th, 25. And that's just useful workflow management, so that when I come back and I've forgotten when was the last time I updated this playlist, there I've got it. It tells me, wow, I've not updated that for 2 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever. So that's one tip. Second tip, I quite like the idea of using this description. Yes, you can keep it as it is, by the way, just telling you what the style of music is. But you can also use this as a communication channel between you and your colleagues, if you have colleagues, to tell them what this playlist is for. So, for example, if we're going to say, actually, this is the playlist we think should be go-to for mornings Monday to Friday, but we're going to come up with something different for the weekends, that might be quite a helpful thing to add on. It takes a little while to save because Chill Family Pop is a massive playlist. and it can take quite a while to save the track, so just be aware of that. So we've created Chill Family Pop Neil's Edit. We're just going to refresh. That doesn't appear on the home page until we've refreshed. But now we have our playlist in the Girl Swing art with the Girl Swing artwork, and go to for mornings Monday to Friday. So and my playlists, like any playlist, can be added to your favorites. And the reason I mentioned that is because, again, another tip, you could use my favorites, if you like, as your business channel, and you could populate this only with the playlist that you, if you like, approve for the business, including any My playlists. So if we show all, we can see that Chill Family Pop Neil's Edit is there, and it's got our instruction in it. Go to for mornings Monday to Friday. So that's just an idea that My Favorites becomes, if you like, your business channel, and you tell staff that these are the only playlists that they should play. Now let's go back to our playlist. How do I add and remove tracks from this playlist? Well, the typical way to remove a track is that as you're playing, and let's say you get to a track and you decide, oh, this is one of the ones that I don't like. You go into this, let's just turn the music down, sorry about that. You go into the 3-dot track menu. So that's a menu that offers options that relate just to the track. Same on Spotify, you'll find this as a fairly standard thing on music services. So if we click on that, there are 3 options. And in My Playlist, this third option only exists in My Playlist because it allows you to remove tracks. We don't want anybody removing tracks from the Biz Audio playlist for obvious reasons, because they exist and they have an integrity for everybody. Whereas these playlists are for you to control, hence you've got remove track. So I'm going to remove that track. I get a little window asking me to confirm, and I remove it, and that track will have been removed from from this playlist. How do I add tracks to it? Well, Chill Family Pop. So what we tend to do is find other playlists that are going to look in happy family dining, because there might be some that sort of on the boundaries of upbeat and chill, and I'm going to add them to my playlist. And by the way, you can scroll along here with the cursor. You can do the same with your finger on tablet and mobile, so you can get an idea of the track fairly quickly. And I think, oh, actually that is happy, but it's also quite chill. I'm going to add that to my playlist. Go back to the 3-track menu, add to playlist. Now we've only got one My Playlist at the moment in this account, but if you had 10, all 10 would show, and you can add this track to one or more. You could add to all 10 if you wanted to. So I'm going to add it to that playlist. And there you go, we have done it. So that was the first approach. The second approach is to create a playlist from scratch. So let's now create from scratch. What does that mean? Well, we're not going to start off by cloning one of these Biz Audio playlists. We're going to create something from scratch. No tracks in the playlist to start with. It's going to be ground zero, and then we're going to build it from there. So I'm going to create my chill dance faves. I'm going to put the date on again, because I said I always do that, so I better do it. Put the date on. This one I'm going to say is Saturday, go to 2000 and later. Okay, so again, pick some artwork. I'm going to go Cool Girl artwork. I could add tracks here, not going to do that. I'm just going to create it, and there it is, my chill dance phase. I'm then going to navigate to a Biz Audio playlist with dance in it. There we go, chill dance beats. I'm going to start listening to that, and I'm going to wait until I hear a favorite. Yeah, I'm going to add that one, add to playlist. Now we've got both of our playlists showing, but we're only going to add it to my chill dance faves. Music down, add to playlist, and just to check that that has been successful, there it is. There is the track that we've just added. Wanted to remove it, we can do that here. Now finally, again, a sort of tip in a way, this new music section that you may already be familiar with, you may not, this was conceived with my playlists in mind. What do I mean by that? Well, we thought it would be a good idea to put in one place all the recently added music, and then to allow you to preview it and listen to it as a way of adding new tracks that you like to the relevant My Playlist. So that's what this is for. We're going to be refining this and improving it to make it easier to find specific genres, because at the moment the filter just contains far too many. This is because the music suppliers use a whole range of genre categories that all kind of mean the same thing, but it makes it quite difficult. So we want to standardize this. But I could go chill pop, okay, upbeat funky house instrumental. So I'm going to have a listen to that. There's only one track. I'm going to listen to it. Yeah, that's good enough for me. I'm going to add it to my chill dance favorites. And there we go. There it is. It works. Always reassuring when that happens. So I hope that's given you a good overview and enough detail for you to now start creating your own playlists. Have a think about how you might use both the titles and also the descriptions, perhaps to help you communicate and understand within your business which playlist should be played when, what's suitable. Consider using favorites to build up your own business channel of a mixture of your My Playlist and also the Biz Audio playlist that you think are suitable for your business. And if you've got any other ideas of how we can help you manage your music more easily, more efficiently, please let us know. Thank you for watching.